Well, it's the middle of the year again, and so many women have come to me and talked about how they had goals at the beginning of the year, and here we are at the middle of the year, and they don't feel as accomplished as they thought they would be. So today, we're going to talk about goal setting and really maximizing results. Hi, I'm Africa Archield, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. I want to jump right into this goal setting thing, but I want you to watch until the end because I have some exciting news for you that you're definitely going to want to hear. You know, I've not been the biggest goal setter in the past, or as some people like to call them, goal diggers. I've not been that person. But I know there are certain milestones that I want to reach in my life, and then I take the steps to get there. I like to do what's called short-term goal setting. I like a 90-day horizon. I'm very familiar with what I can do in 90 days. And if I try to set out 6 months or a year or 2, 5, 10, 20 years from now, it totally overwhelms me. So if you're one of those people, you can raise your hand and know that it's okay. But if you're someone who does love to set those really long-term goals, I understand. It's just not for me. But I'm going to show you how to accelerate your results, no matter whether you're in the short-term window like me of 90 days, or you're going all the way out to 5 to 10 years from now. It doesn't matter. These principles always apply. The first principle that I want to discuss is alignment. If your goals are not in alignment, they become very difficult to achieve. Instead of really being in flow, instead of like serendipitous activities going on around you all the time where you feel supported to bring something forward, you're in constant push and strife and hustle like crazy trying to make it happen instead of allowing it to happen. And there's just a whole difference in energy around that. So let's take this moment and talk about what does that mean to be in alignment, having goals and dreams and desires that are in alignment. Alignment with what, right? So I would say in an alignment with your soul, with your calling, with why it is you're here to do whatever it is you are here to do. And that part, my love, I can't answer for you. I guess I could do another video on it. But I'm going to ask you this question. If you need to, pause the video and seriously give this some consideration. Why do you want to do what you want to do? I'll say that again. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Again, if you need to, pause the video and answer that question. Okay, I'm assuming that you have an answer to the question. Why you want to do what you want to do. Because that is what's going to serve almost like a compass, like your North Star, saying whether or not something is in alignment. Because if you know that answer, you're going to know where all your goals should be. You should know if this is something kind of like a bright and shiny object that you could just as well ignore, or if this is something you really need to go for. This is something that's really in alignment and you'll just beautifully flow with because it's something that you are called here to bring into fruition. So the first thing you really need to look at is, are all the goals that you set out, are they in alignment? And more importantly, if they're not in alignment, you can just let them go, right? If they're not in alignment, let them go. And then use that energy to just keep up with those goals that are in alignment. The second principle is making some time. When you make time to achieve your goals, they're definitely going to get done. I mean, it'd be lovely if everything we did was absolutely passive, right? Like we just thought about it once and then it happened and there was nothing else to go along with it. That would be beautiful. In fact, I rather love that idea, but we're not quite there in consciousness or in our understanding of quantum physics. So for most of us, we still need to do some activity on a fairly regular basis to achieve our goals. All right, so what do you need to do? How often do you need to do it? Depends on what that goal is. I mean, there's a difference in what I do on a daily basis. So if one of my goals was I wanted to increase my flexibility, and I had some measurable bits of this. I'm not really into SMART goals, but I knew I wanted to increase my flexibility to a point where I could get up and off the floor anytime I wanted to. I can roll around on the floor with my son. So I kind of made those my measurables, right? And so I knew that that's going to be something I'm going to have to work on a day-to-day basis. So I incorporated yoga and stretching and other things into my morning and evening routines so that I could meet that goal. So that honestly, it becomes a habit, a complete lifestyle change. Okay, other things like some of the projects that I'm working on now, I may not work on them every day. Now, there's a project I'm working on. It's a goal I really want to achieve, and I really feel it's part of my calling, that I know I can't devote time to it every day. So I picked 2 times during the week where I pull out an entire 4-hour chunk just to work on that. And so you'll find that depending on what you're doing, depends on the time and how often you need to devote to it, but you definitely need to do something on a regular basis so that you're moving toward the goal. So it doesn't just kind of float away in the back of your mind, that you are doing your part so that all those wonderful ways that you can be supported by people around you and by happenstance, all those serendipitous things can happen. If you're not doing your part, if it's not in the front of your mind, you're not even going to see those little opportunities, those fortuitous introductions when they happen. So make sure to keep your goals front and center. Make sure to be doing something with them on a regular basis. All right, principle number 3 is all about accountability. Typically, accountability only means that you're telling maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe even a small little group. And yes, you will get all those wonderful support and serendipitous acts, and where people are really thinking about your goal too, and it's just lending a lot of energy to it. But when you're really public about your goals, that's when that energy goes further and acceleration happens faster. And I know there's a lot of people who say, oh, don't tell a lot of people what you're doing. They could put you down. They could ruin what you're doing. They could take your idea. They could whatever. If this is what you are called to do, if this is an alignment, it's not about someone else taking your idea. It's not about people putting you down or not liking your idea. Not that that won't happen. It likely will happen. But what happens when that does happen? It sharpens your sword, right? You know how to really talk about and defend where you're going with whatever it is that you're doing. You are more sure of it within yourself, which then turns around and makes it easier to achieve. Every time someone says, that can't happen, you can't do it, you don't have time, you don't have money, you don't have the smarts, you don't have the resources, and boy, haters can come at you pretty fast with all of that stuff. Just know that's an opportunity for you to keep moving forward, to move forward what their perceived block is for you, if it really even is a block for you. Right? It's where you get stronger and more confident and more resilient. And that strength and confidence and resilience can push you through just about anything. And I hate using the word push, but the word push is right. It's where you just have this beautiful bounce back and you're going to keep going because you're more confident, and that accelerates the pace at which you reach your goals. Now, I have so much more to say about this, from how to know if your goals are in alignment. We still need to talk some more about that and how to get aligned goals. And then I want to show you a technique that I have for manifesting your goals even faster, right? Using your own kind of magic mixed in to manifest your goals. So, More on that in the coming weeks. I'm so excited to bring the series to you. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you'll know exactly when those videos come out, because you know you need to hear about this. And if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that this is the kind of content you would like to see on this channel. If there's anything else you want to learn about goal setting, please let me know in the comments. And let me know which of the 3 principles that you've been using and which of them you're going to start using now. With that, I say peace, joy, love to you. What are you here to do? No. Why are you here to do what? Why do you? Okay. And if you need to, pause the video and give this some serious consideration. Here we go. Why do you want to do what you want to